Hey, everybody. Welcome again to another broadcast of From the Page to the Stage. Again, I am happy and excited and honored to have Mr. Oliver Roy with us today. And he's so many things, doing a lot of great things for people. He's definitely a man of service, helping, human services, everything. And he's a good example of what it is to take your passion to the next level where you're actually doing things to help people out in the world and in the community. And it also gives you a feeling of self-gratification because you're helping other people enhance their quality of life, live well, give them resources. And that's really a sense of empowerment that people have when they have services and resources. It empowers families and individuals to do the things they need to do. So thank you, Oliver Roy, for being part of this wonderful summit.
Hey, my pleasure. I'm blessed and grateful to be here with you.
Glad to have you. So I'm going to give a quick introduction, and I'm going to ask you a few questions that's going to help our listeners today. I hope you people out there have your pen and your pad so you can write down nuggets, anything, any tips, strategies, anything you get from Oliver Roy. He's going to drop some things. I want you to pick them up while he's putting them down. Okay, all right. So Oliver Roy is a native Washingtonian, right?
Right.
And a mental health advocate. I'm going to talk about that mental health advocacy thing. With over 15 years of extensive experience of outreach and mental health training. That's wonderful. As an outreach representative, parent educator, and parent advocate, he was responsible for improving parent support by managing, supervising, and parent trainings, workshops, and support groups, as well as congressional and city council testimony to improving access to services for individuals in mental health special needs. What I just mentioned, those resources really empower our communities and neighborhoods. And special needs who face healthcare and social barriers and challenges. In addition to creating a research, programmatic, and policy agenda for emerging public health issues, he's founding member of the Male Caregivers Advocacy Support Group, MCAS in parentheses, and advocates tirelessly for male caregivers of special needs children through presentations at both local and national organization meetings, trainings, workshops. Mr. Roy has worked as an epilepsy advocate for the HSCSN under a grant received from the Department of Health, impressive, and served on the Mayor's Advisory Advocacy Committee on Early Childhood Strategic Planning and Tasks. You help solve a lot of problems and helping meet the needs of people, which is so wonderful. And I want to go back to something I wanted to, find a presentation local, something I read. We'll get into it. But I'm like, wow, social barriers and all the stuff that you do.
I
know what I was thinking about. It's so great to see men doing this because there's a lot of women, for years, it's been women doing these things to help build the community, help families, keep families together, offer resources. And, just even the church, it was like, that was the social workplace. So women were like the social workers in our community. And it's so great to see a man like you out there doing these things. I'm going to ask you some questions I have written down, but I do want to ask you, what motivates you to serve people, to help like this in the capacity in which you help people?
Well, to make it point blank and simple, I know what it feels like not to have help. Without embarrassment or without shame, being a man, I know what it feels like to have doors slammed in your face when you're asking for help. I know what it feels like to have government agencies to look down on you as a man when you're asking for help with children that are not a child with special needs.
Wow, that's enough right there. That's what gets people motivated. Right, exactly. You had your own problem. You had to figure out a way to solve it.
Yeah, that's right. And the women has been doing it for years. The women honestly wasn't getting the support that they needed, especially from the men.
Right.
All the women have been doing it throughout the years. They not got the respect that they deserve, especially from the men. So this is all personal to me on so many different levels. I thought some of that stuff in the bio was edited and taken out because it was too long, but you did a great job.
I want to cover everything because you, like I said, that's just a summary of what you do.
And
it's so awesome because when you do what you love to do, you don't think about it that much. You just do what you need to do, what you're called to do, the mandate that is on you. You're just operating from that level. You're functioning out of that passion and purpose.
Right.
That is the fulfillment. That brings fulfillment. Look at those facial expressions.
Hey, you know what? You get that right on the head. That is correct.
Yep. So my next question would be, like I asked somebody else earlier, how did you, well, you kind of answered this, how you identify your why, like why you're doing what you're doing and the purpose. Did you go through the process of writing down the things you needed to do to get to,
as far as the foundation, or as far as supporting families?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, it's twofold. Well, I wrote down things I needed to do as I learned to. I had to first learn to be an advocate.
Yes.
I had a son under HSC that was a special needs kid, mental health challenge.
Right.
So I knew nothing about dealing with mental health, and of course I was African American male, so I just, you go to work, you come home,
right.
You go to the grocery store, check kids' homework, you get them fed, you send them to bed, so forth and so on.
All right.
Well, it had a lot of mental health challenges I knew nothing about. So thank God for some of the training that I got from HSC and HSCSN. I didn't want to say it wrong.
Okay.
That turned me into an advocate for other parents. So it was a learning process going through the system, dealing with Child and Family Services, Department of Health and Human Services, the Department of Behavioral Health. Oh my God, I can go on and on and on. So this is pretty much going through it grassroots firsthand. There wasn't a lot of help and support there. So I said, well, why there's no support or help for men? In 2000, when I got divorced and I had my children with me, there was no support when I went down to DHS to get some support, and I was working. So it wasn't like I was unworking. They looked at me like I was crazy.
I bet.
You need help? What do a man need help for? Get another job. Well, the kids in school, I can't do 2 jobs. Ain't nobody gonna be with the kids. That's so right. it was really a headache. So I had no one to advocate for or support me. So as I became stronger as an advocate, and as I got more training to deal with persons with disabilities and special needs, because that's a whole different community in itself. And a lot of people understand that, and they don't respect that either. So, you gotta teach them how to treat persons with disabilities. Right. So that is definitely firsthand learning. And I said, well, since there was not enough programs out here for dads, I said, well, I want to do my own. I was too scared to do my own. See, in 2004 to 2008, when I was really hot, that meant when I was traveling all over the East Coast and I was doing workshops and training, I was doing these speaking engagements to empower dads, to get more dads to have children, to step up, to support, and to help the mom. I was too afraid to go out on my own. I didn't think I would make it. I didn't know how much money it would cost. I didn't have a business plan. I didn't have, all I had was a heart that said, these people need help. Right. That's all I had. So that's pretty much without going into all the nicks and crannies, that's pretty much the grassroots of why I started the foundation. But see, that's how we started a lot of stuff. You became your own advocate, and you became an advocate for other people. So when you started figuring out how to solve your own problem or how to do what you have to do, if you got to start it yourself, then that's what you had to do. I had a book. I had a book that I was starting back in 2002 of resources and support for fathers that I had to put together. Wow. Then I found out that there was another organization up there that had the same type thing that I knew nothing about. So I said, well, I'm gonna do my own resource for dads, my own resource for family. Right. And I just kept building it and building it and building it. It's not that different, but it is customized towards dads. Yeah. But it do help support mom and family. You understand? Right. So it's not perfect, but it works. It's effective. Look, everything always needs tweaking and constantly growing and evolving and all that great stuff. So is this how we came up with the Leonard Foundation? Well, the Leonard Foundation, Leonard's my middle name. Okay. I did not know, I wanted to come up with something. I didn't want to have, I didn't want to say male or fathers dealing with children, supporting special needs. I didn't really want to do the special needs thing because I don't like that label. They're people too. Yeah, I don't like the label. I wanted to do something. So then I said, okay, well, I'll do fathers and family. Supporting children and fathers with special needs. Well, just supporting fathers and children with special needs. Right. Then a professional friend of mine that deals in the field of special needs, she was like, well, just use another name, but add it to it. And I'm like, well, that don't make sense to me. I want people to be able to relate or understand. I wanted to sound professional. Right. So then they were like, well, why not just call it Oliver Foundation? I said, no, that sounds dumb. I was not going to. I said, then I said, well, you know what? My middle name was kind of unique because, I don't have many Laniers. I haven't heard of many Laniers. I really wanted to do it behind my daughter's name. Her name was Dejanay.
Okay.
But I didn't want to associate her with special needs, but she was a preemie that passed. She only lived 45 days. Gotcha. So I wanted to do something to honor her. And I just didn't want the name to be labeled crippling or labeled. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't want a label. Yes. So I said, get it. I just call it the Lanier Foundation. And it made sense. So that's what I did. Really, that's cool.
Lanier, not Leonard. Lanier?
Well, they call it Liner. They call it Lanier. They call it Lanier. They call it Lint. I don't even know where the T came from, but they said Lint. I said, okay, what's going to be? How can I help you?
All right. Oh my goodness. You answer a lot of my questions, the purpose, the why. I was going to ask you what was the necessary steps it took for you to actualize all that, but you kind of went through that as well, like doing your own research.
Oh, I had something special for you.
Okay.
The original design for this, for what I'm doing in supporting families, started in the Shaw Library.
Okay.
The Martin Luther King Library. I was there every day for almost 8 to 9 hours trying to figure out how to do this and if I really wanted to do it, writing down a plan, getting a strategy, having my expected outcomes, even dealing with the negative feedback you get. Because a lot of people don't know how to accept help, and a lot of people don't want help. Right. So I had to learn how to be able to deal with that. But that also comes with behavior management and behavior assessments.
All right.
Because some people have mental health illness. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So I guess as you started going through the process, you started collaborating, connecting with a lot of other people who kind of helped supported you?
Well, I didn't have to because a lot of people was pressing me to do this in 2008. Council member pressed me to do it. I was just scared because, wait a minute, I can't do a whole program. I don't know how to do this. So I've written out a program and I was going to partner with someone that was part of the Male Caregivers, and my whole outline program vanished.
Okay. Wow.
Then it popped up in another state with a different name on it.
Really? Okay. Wow.
So hey, hey.
Yeah, those things happen. But I'm so glad.
Well, that told me that I was on the right track.
Yeah.
My oldest son helped me write everything out. It took us like 3 days. We had a detailed plan from support services to outreach to parenting support. We had everything detailed, even as far as the emails, letters, social media. It took us a couple of days to get that stuff written out and down, and it was heartbreaking to have it lost.
That is heartbreaking.
Start from scratch again.
Wow.
But I promise you what's going to happen this time. I'm in my 3rd year. I'm stronger than I was. I'm better than I was. I'm more efficient than I ever was.
Right.
Providing more support, and the best thing about the support is free. All I ask for families or parents that I help and support, say, listen, just help somebody else.
Right.
They look at me like I'm crazy. They really look at me like there's something wrong with me. And I say, well, no, there's no fee to help you. Just help somebody else.
Because you got to pay for everything.
But hey, I dealt with some of it today when I was at the community fair up in Copper Heights. The lady was saying, how much does it cost for you to support these, to do these things? I said, well, it's free for the families. I just asked them to help somebody else. And she goes, help somebody else?
I love it.
Well, how are you funded? It don't matter how I'm funded. Help somebody else.
Okay. That's awesome.
Hey,
that's
I get my blessing. I get my blessing.
Yes. God, he gave you provision. However you're doing it, he's giving you the provision to do it. So that's wonderful. Wow. Okay, well, I'm excited. I know one day I'm going to link up. I'm thinking, you in DC, right?
Yes, I am. 1629 Page Street, Suite 300.
Now, I ain't going to remember that, but I'll reach out to you.
That's all right. Well, it's on the website. It's on the pages. It's on everything.
Because
I also, to help me promote free, because that's pretty much what I'm doing, free support. Right. To help me promote free, I had to start my own marketing network this year. January 1st, I started the Lanier Marketing Network, which supports anyone that wants to do their business, that's reasonable and not disrespectful.
Right.
And let's market the business to get your program out there. Let's get your show out there. Let's get your page out there.
Right.
I found it to be too hard trying to do this foundation and advertising and promotion. It was really crazy.
Yeah, that's a
So
lot.
now since I do that, things have been a lot smoother as far as getting the word out.
Right.
So that helped me out a lot with this year.
Got you. And that was a blessing. I appreciate you too promoting the summit. That's awesome. You definitely have a heart to help people.
Well, I do, and again, you helped me by inviting me, so that was my blessing. So
All right.
my way of paying back was to help. I will promote this thing. Anytime your promotion is ran, it's ran to over 40 million web pages, sites, and groups.
Okay.
Over 40.
Wow. Okay. I love it. Because
Yeah.
people need to hear all of you guys' wonderful stories and be motivated. You know, you have a similar passion to see people succeed and happy and just meeting the needs of people. And I do that as a mental health counselor. You're a mental health advocate, so.
Yeah, well, that came about with my son. Had he not had the mental challenges that he had, I would have known nothing about learning mental health behavior, mental health aggression, mental health depression. And these are all different parts of mental health, but a lot of folks don't get it, don't understand. We're in a mental health crisis now, you know, with the bullying. You know, a lot of parents are in denial that their children are bullies. A lot of parents are in denial that their children just aren't doing the things that they need to be done in order to be, I don't want to say productive citizens, I want to say to be appropriately recognized for the good things they do.
Right.
You know, they want to fight, videos, curse, jump people. Where's all that coming from? That's a mental health challenge.
Yeah, exactly. They have issues too. Exactly. Some of them express trauma.
The curse, jump to jack somebody up. No.
They have to pay. Parents do have to pay attention to that. Doesn't mean that your child. We're not saying they didn't necessarily bad. They went through some things and they're projecting it onto somebody else. So it's a lot of, like you said, mental health, emotional issues.
It's a lot of it, and it really do start at the home.
Right. Exactly.
I talked to someone again today about that part. It really do start at the home. So I said, well, what make you do this? I said, well, you know what? I had help with my son.
Yeah.
I'm helping other people with their kids, at least the best I can. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not a licensed social worker. Right. I am a parent advocate, a parent that cares. I'm a parent that's been there. I got the best experience you can get firsthand. They ain't come out no textbook.
That's right.
They didn't come from no college professor. They came from going actually through. Absolutely. Even with the management and the mental health piece. Right. I talked to dads about the management. A lot of dads don't understand the medications or the diagnosis with some of the kids' medications. But we try to help them understand that. That's advocacy.
Educate.
The IEP support. Trying to help the dads understand the IEP as well as the moms understand the IEP. Some parents are so frustrated, they just say, you know what, I can't do this. I've never understood that until I actually had to go through it.
Right.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It can take away your own mental health. Yes.
So I just try to help where I can.
Right. You make.
That's all. I don't promise the mountaintop. You are major support. Thank you so much, Oliver, for being a part of the summit. I want you to let people know how they can connect with you, find out more about your foundation. I know you mentioned it, but mention your website again or your social media page. And okay, the social media page is Facebook / the Lanier Foundation. I think that's right. That will be the link to everything else. Or they can go to www.thelanierfoundation.org and follow our Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn from there. And I will support where I can. They can fill out any information on there. They can check out how they can help. We're always looking for a little support, you know. Although it's free, I can use some help.
Right, it's a nonprofit. So, that's right.
I have a goal of trying to help as many people as I can this year and double what I did last year.
Okay, awesome. That's
what it is. So,
what I was going to say.
And also, if you don't mind, the Lanier Marketing Network on Facebook, sign up for it. Now it's your free marketing, free advertisement, and it's important. It's very important. Free should never be underestimated.
You see that, people? Do what you got to do so you can promote your passion, your purpose, your cause.
I will promote it right away.
You got a free resource right here.
Free.
I told you.
FREE.
And a what? Say that again.
FREE.
FREE, guys. So you have any events coming up? Because you always got events.
Well, I have one down at the Washington Center this Friday. We will be down there with DDS, the Department of Disability Services.
Okay.
And I have another event over in Southeast called the Youth. What was the name of that? The YMCA Youth. I don't have all the information on it offhand.
Okay.
But if you go on my Facebook, it's all on there, and want everybody to support.
That's great. Wow. Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys for tuning in to From the Page to the Stage Summit. I hope I know this is very helpful to you and inspiring and motivational as well. I want to thank you again, Oliver Roy, for being one of the speakers who poured in. I know you planted some seeds. I know you really was a blessing to people, and I'm just so grateful for your presence, gracing us with your presence.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we see you again on the next broadcast. Have a good day.